Good afternoon, Prinhoundar, welcome, Croiser, welcome back to the channel. Here we are, Puzzle Combat once again, and I have been asked to do a video on colour stacking during Alliance Wars, so using colours during Alliance Wars, and this can be a tricky business, so here's why. So here we have Elite Strike Force versus the Seismic Empire. I'm not sure overly much about the Seismic Empire. It looks like they've probably got one more member than us, or are we up to 28 these days? Oh, we're up to 29 now, more than I thought. I lose track a little bit. Probably shouldn't because I am co-lead, but never mind. So the Seismic Empire is 7th, and we are, where have we gone? We're 13th at the moment, so yeah, it's interesting. Relatively close in terms of team power, so it could go either way. I give them a slight edge, but we'll see. Anyway, so here we go. So this is going onto the battlefield, and the issue that often comes up on Alliance Wars is that the Alliance, all of the members, will be using the same coloured tank, which is exactly what you've got here. So as you can see, they all have blue tanks. Blue tanks across the board, which is fairly standard for an Alliance War. And it does make colour stacking hard, because obviously you can't colour stack unless you've got... what would you need to do? 6. You need 18 fully leveled green heroes to take 3 green heroes against every team. And obviously most players don't have that. I mean, I haven't got it, and I've been playing a very long time. So I have to come up with an alternative plan. And the alternative plan I'm going to go for is as follows. So for the first raid, what I normally do is I take 3 of my best greens. 1, 2, 3, and then because the weakest colour against blue is red, I also take 2 of my reds, because I'm probably going to avoid using reds as much as I can, because you can't, even if I colour stack, I've already halved my strength, so it effectively undoes itself if I use reds against blue tanks. Now I could look for a team that's a bit wounded, but being one of the sort of stronger players in the Alliance, I have to sort of try and go for whole teams at least to begin with. Okay, so what I will do is I'm still looking for greens mainly to hit the tank. The reds is more about special skills and so on, at least to begin with, until I start hitting green heroes like that fella. Who are you? I don't know who you are. Mortis. So, oh yeah, Mortis was a hero of the month. He's quite good, as I recall. So still trying to get, mainly trying to hit their tank with greens, but it also gives me a bit of versatility to hit the green that's tucked away on the flank there with reds. So you can see my colour stacking has worked in terms of killing off their tank. Though actually it is my red heroes that have got their special skills ready first, which is fine. If they're still alive, that is, because Haruto will set them on fire. No, that's not good news. So I may as well, let's see, I'm going to fire down this end and down this end. I'm going to hope that this move with my boosted greens will do a lot of damage. Did a fair amount. Goldman there. Oh, that's my reds out of it. Not going amazingly well, this one. I can't really say that it's, well, is it the board? It's not been an amazing board. I haven't had a great deal of success with my skills. The greens obviously managed to take out the tank. The red tiles are still doing a reasonable amount of damage now, especially now that they're not hitting blue targets. But there is a bit of a shortage of sort of suitable targets for me to aim for now. And Haruto will be tough because he is, of course, green is half damage against red, which is why, you know, sensibly this whom I'm up against, Jermark Khan, has been very sensible in putting a green next to a red. It's a good idea, sort of sensible move. Realistically, this is obviously a loss, but never mind, you know, could be worse. My greens did a reasonable amount of damage, my reds did a reasonable amount of damage, and I can carry on with that. So that's how I would do it. So I would do it so that way. Now then I do have another 3 strong greens who I can use. Now I'm probably going to avoid using them against Storm because they've got Senior tucked away on the edge there, and Senior is a bit of a nightmare. So Chadalak I will come to in a moment because that there's a couple of things. Okay, I'm going to go for Big Boss. So I will go for my greens again. So greens are 1, 2, 3, and then 2 strong reds. Again, I sort of counterbalance the one with the other, and that way I've used up my red and my green teams whilst dealing with sort of fairly whilst being able to colour stack appropriately, or at least hopefully appropriately. big boss. Just looking at the board, trying to see positives in the board. Not really managing that at the moment. Okay, at least got some green tiles moving. A little combo rolling there. Hopefully this will finish this fellow off. There we go. He's out of it now. That's good. These guys at least are possibly slightly tougher than the reds. At least are slightly tougher than my previous set I used. Marine, I can put everyone's defense down, which is always rather jolly. Let's go. Oh, keep bombs falling everywhere. Going to target Haruto, try and get him out of the way, because if he is dead, that creates a nice hole to ghost tiles through, although I can't actually see a way to ghost any right now. Goldman's a bit of a pain. It's actually going probably better than the last raid in a lot of ways. Still not convinced I'm going to win, but so I have obviously managed to colour stack at least effectively against the tank. Our Mortis is out. Krampus is a nuisance. A real nuisance is Krampus. This should get up a little combo. It's maybe with a bit of luck and a following wind. It's going to depend who Goldman hits. Don't think Aditi is going to beat Krampus on her own. Particularly a fairly wounded Aditi. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see this happening, but let's keep hoping. It's going to be close. Going to be really down to the amount of damage these few tiles do. Not enough. And that's over. There we are. Okay, not a successful raid again, but again, you know, it wasn't really the fault of the colour stacking. It was a little bit of bad luck, slow start and whatever else. So that's it. I've now used my my best green heroes, and I've managed to use them to attack two sort of fairly strong teams. Now, Sir Chadalak, in my opinion, has made a mistake because he's got two reds next to each other on the same team, and I'm going to therefore colour stack blue. Blue is equal against other blue teams, so there's no particular disadvantage to taking blues. So I'm going to go blue again. I'm going to go 5 blues, and I'm just going to go all for one. Now it's obviously a risk going mono, but with 2 reds, 3 tiles will kill either of the red heroes. So with a bit of luck, I can punch some holes in their I can't talk this minute, into their team before we even get started. So this should finish off Haruto, creating a nice little gap for me. Let's see if I can't clear a bit more space up here. Don't think this is going to kill Parvati, but it should at least weaken her a fair amount, even though it's not like the perfect colour for her. That'll kill her. Boom, she's out. Now I'm going to target my attacks onto Minamoto. I'd forgotten his name altogether then, because Minamoto is green, and green is the colour that is least damaged by blue tiles. We now have a bit of a gap. Also, I get some heroes ready. Bom, 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 bom. I'm mainly targeting this purple fella, Xavier, however you want to call him. By targeting him, he is blue tiles are no more effective against him than other colour tiles, whereas Thrasher here in the top corner will be really heavily damaged if I can actually get any blue tiles to hit him with, which does not appear to be the case at the moment. Oh, come on. So yeah, so this team was sort of crying out for a heavily blue attack, as I say. There are obviously other ways you can do these things, but I do tend to go, because I'm now looking at teams that are significantly stronger, or at least they work out stronger than mine per power. It makes sense to go for monochrome to really sort of maximise my potential damage. There's a few teams now which have got holes in them to pick off, but I'm not going to look at one of those just yet. Let's quickly going to look at the other options that are out there. Okay, let's go with Hostile Ox. Hostile Ox, I'm just going to hit with a mono purple team. Or actually, I could go 3 and 2 purple and yellow. Yeah, I'm going to go 3-2 purple and yellow. Just try this. Doesn't always work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. basically I want to maintain power, but I'm still colour stacking. I wouldn't go for a rainbow team. I find that would take me far too long, and it takes far too long to generate mana. Whereas a nice mixture of two colours can work quite well, or mono, as I did with the blue team there, worked very effectively. Doesn't always work mono, of course. As I've said in numerous videos, it's fairly a high-risk strategy. Can pay off, can pay dividends, but it can also can really undermine your attacks. So you can get some really, really bad attacks in there. This is going pretty well, though. This combination of 3 and 2, and it will enable me to do another 3 and 2 the other way round, as it were. So three strong yellows and 2 fairly strong purples. Boom, 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 boom. And the other teams on their alliance don't seem to have the same sort of obvious target that I would say the one team did have. Which just leaves me with El Coyote. And he is... I'm going to want to hit him with... Ideally, I want to be pummeling him with yellow tiles, though none of them are actually lining up at the minute. So let's hope that the special skills I've just got ready finish him off. Boom! Yay! Woo! And there we go. Hostile Ox is out. Another one down. Which just now will leave me with targets to go for. So Rich has been wounded. I could go for Rich, but I don't think I'll beat Rich, not with what I have. AMG is going for that, so it looks as if... can I beat Rich with what I have? I'm going to guess probably not, because I'm down to... Oh, no, hang on, sorry, I'm telling a lie. I've got this team, haven't I? They possibly can. So 3 yellows, 2 purples. Like I say, it's kind of a swap around from what we had last time. Still colour stacked. Their tank has been weakened by one of the other players in my alliance, AMG, I believe it was. Well done, AMG. So by weakening their tank, I can now sort of hopefully step in and add in that little bit of finishing that's required. So they'll at least finish off their tank. That's good. Gonna have to watch Cassina, or Senior, however you want to pronounce it. Don't know for sure if it's a silent K or not. Got to watch her, because obviously I don't want her bringing... Oh, I should have done this one first. That wasn't very clever. Obviously you don't want her bringing people back to life, because that would be bad, which she now can't do because she's dead. Hurrah! And just knock out Pika, and all being well, it should just be a case of finishing off the guy from Team America World Police, who's... What's your name? Team America? Vincent. There we are. So let's see. Can I get... Need a little bit of luck still. Still need to just get a few tiles to fall together. There are some, but not as many as I could do with, really. There we are, there we are, there we are. And then basically, so by doing that, and by spreading my colour stacking out, I've managed to manage 5 relatively strong attacks. 1 mono and 4 attacks that were 3 and 2. So of them, 3 worked, 1 was okay, and 1 was a bit rubbish, really, wasn't it? So it wasn't amazing. And by now I'm down to my sort of reserve heroes, and realistically, once I'm down to them, I'm kind of just picking off a single target. I'm not going to be able to do too much more. He is a purple hero, so I'll probably try and take an extra yellow. I do have a couple extra yellows. Let's go 3 yellows and 2. Now it does help, I've got quite a deep bench. You can see I'm onto 4 stars, but they're all still reasonable. And with a bit of luck, they should be enough to finish off Starlink, I hope. Let's see how we go. Not great that I've only got like... Oh, no, there we are. That's better. A few more yellows. Bum, 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 bum. I do have to watch out that... what's his name? Krampus is a horrible, horrible, horrible hero to fight. Generally speaking. At least, though, he doesn't bring himself back to life, which would be even worse. So it's just sort of slowly weakening him, hoping for some tiles to actually get this done. Red tiles here. Combination red, yellow, green, blue, firing them all into him. He's nearly done. He's done. There we go. See, still managed to do quite a lot of damage. And there we are. So 5 reasonably successful attacks and a finishing off job. 3 aces, well, near aces, I suppose. One of the hero was wounded. The tank was wounded. And there we go. So I hope that helped. Like I say, I would look at how you can still colour stack as effectively as you can, but you do just have to think about what colours are going to be most suitable against which team. So look for teams that have got more heroes than one of any colour. That's a bit of a weakness, which reminds me I need to change mine, because mine has as well. And look for how many ways you can spread your opposite colour to the tank, and fingers crossed it'll all come together for you. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. Please do remember to like, share, comment and subscribe. If, as you've probably made now, I'm up to 1,000 subscribers, so please do watch my little my adverts, whatever it is, that'll earn me money, because it's nice to have money. Hooray, money! And yeah, that's about everything. So it just remains for me to say, may death come swiftly to your enemies. Thank you for watching. Farmer Ben wishing you all the best. Hoil Hour, goodbye.